Part 3. How personal growth in skills for relationship health can transform communities. So I hope you found the content so far on the 5 developmental stages of relationship health to be thought-provoking. In this final episode, I explore the idea that by investing in our own development and in exploring our own ability to understand Stage 4 and Stage 5 skills, we have an opportunity to not just improve our own personal experiences, but also the experiences of our families, our communities, and the global experience. I hope it'll get you thinking again and look forward to your ideas and reflections.
Now, as we start to get interested, really actively interested in our internal experiences, we often find that we discover that, other people have the same sort of things. And across the globe, people have the experiences of joys and sorrows, dreams and hopes and worries. And actually, we discover that instead of there being massive differences between us and this very black and white and polarized thinking that we see at Stage 3, we start to discover that we've got a lot in common. And we move from starting to want to control people into wanting to collaborate and cooperate with people to solve problems. So personally, I think Stage 5 thinking is probably the sort of thinking that we're going to need in order to be able to tackle some of the current big global problems that we're seeing. Now, what happens though is that some people move from Stage 3 to Stage 4 quite spontaneously. They find it quite easy. Some people need a lot of support to do that. Sometimes one person in the family will start that journey and other people aren't really interested. And that can be quite an uncomfortable thing. It can sometimes be a little bit lonely to be exploring this world of thoughts and feelings and discovering that perhaps your network or friendship group isn't particularly interested like you are. But what I want to encourage people to do is to say it is a little bit of a rocky ride in the first stages, but if you stick with it, it's easier if you learn some of these skills when you're younger, but actually it's never too late. And as you develop these skills, what becomes possible is the real deepening of relationships in a different and a rich way that makes relationships adult to adult and adult to child feel much more rewarding. And so therefore really worth working at. So as you can hear, I'm a great believer that we don't accept our lot at Stage 3 thinking and that we do take some time to develop the skills to move together towards more Stage 5 relationships skills. So if we come back to this, well, how do we make a contribution to these kind of global challenges? My view is that there's a real science that says there's some value to individually us committing to growing our own insight and skills, not just because it will benefit us, but because through a kind of ripple approach, it can benefit other people. What are the steps? We have to commit to taking responsibility for our own behaviour and for how we show up in experiences rather than blaming other people. And we have to commit to treating ourselves with kind firmness and compassion. But we also have to commit to not blaming other people and to working in partnership and to treating other people with kind firmness and compassion, supporting them in their personal growth. So it's not just about us, it's about supporting other people in growing too. Then we have to recognise that this path to relationship health takes real work and effort, but it is worth it, particularly when we recognise that all human beings are on such a development path. Some people are more or less actively engaged, but we're all on it, whether we like it or not. But we can really make a difference to what's happening globally by starting with living these ideas in our own homes and communities, because every single relationship that we work on that gets better is a contribution to that global position. So my vision for I'm at a relationship health training is of a world with increased understanding of the importance of more advanced relationship health skills to well-being for adults and young people, so as to build these skills that benefit personal well-being, adult to adult relationship health, adult to child relationship health, and by extension, community and environmental health. When we treat ourselves well, it's a natural extension to want to look after environment. And so the mission of this project is to provide access to the I'm at a learning journey as a step-by-step approach to relationship health education that can benefit adults and young people through supporting well-being, insight and skills for preparation and prevention, strengthening and early intervention, foundations for recovery of relationship health, and a holistic, joined-up approach to improving personal and social issues. So our commitment in this project, and it's not just me, it's a team of us who've been working hard to try and find our way forward, is that we're passionate about helping to raise global levels of relationship health for individuals, families and communities through promoting study and discussion and development opportunities. We feel there's a lot to learn, but we really see this as a programme in which we're learning together with our community. So we'd love to have your ideas and thoughts and to see where we might be able to take this. look forward to hearing from you.
I hope you found this series on relationship health in the modern world to be of interest. If you'd like to learn more, then I'd really encourage you to take your own personal development seriously. And one way that you can do that is by exploring the ideas in the iMeta Relationship Health Learning Journey. You can find that at imetatraining.com. It's possible to start in a small way and then continue as long as you want. If you're a professional, there are opportunities for your own development and also to support your work in working with families to introduce relationship health to them as well. We look forward to hearing your questions.